Good evening and welcome back to Foundry, where I have changed the bus to be different. It is now above the ground by 2, excuse me, hiccups, and yeah, it's now up here by 2, and we're going to go up as we go along. So we can, if we put a second Tekken in, we'll just put it above it, and then a second Xenophora, we'll just go above it, and so on and so forth. Everyone will just go above, and we'll merge them and mix them up, and everything will be awesome. But what I'm doing right now is just tapping into each one, lining everything up, or connecting everything up, I should say. I've had to rebuild this, which is our loaders things here, and this here, we've got more flooring, so we have more of that. It was in the way here, and I couldn't run the belts around to get to the side of it, so I've just basically turned it 90 degrees and optimized it, because we now have the 3-lane loaders. So I'm hoping it works. It should work. It should work fine. So the way this works is you basically drag a belt backwards, and you go to whatever row you want. You go one to the right of it, like that. So that is Tekken. No, that is Xenoferrite. So we're going to go to there. This one is Tekken. These ones are slightly different orders. This is kind of where a problem happens, because if I need to come down like this and I need to cross belts, they have to come down in a certain order, and the order must be the order of the bus. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. So this actually isn't going to work for us, which is a bit of a pain. Bit of a pain. Because all these require Xenophorites. The Xenophorite needs to go inside here. So we're going to have to maybe have one go over the other, which isn't too difficult to do, really. So yeah, there'll be a few exceptions to the rule because of just how things are going. I will try and build everything with the actual better system in mind, but it's not always going to happen. So we do that there. And then we do is we take out 2 blocks and put in a balancer. Boom, there we go. And then the same here. We put in 2 ups, take out 2 blocks, put in a balancer. Oop. And there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that'll feed down into there. And some of you will start working, some of you won't. Well, actually, some of you won't start working because I haven't put all the inputs in, have I? So you want iron plates. You should have iron plates. You should have access to iron plates. You do not have access to iron plates. Let's plug you in like this. Okay. And then you dump your iron plates on the back there, which means this one also wants access to iron plates because it dumps it onto this line here. Boom, and that feeds all these ones over here, which is beautiful, beautiful. You want access to Tekken. You want access to Tekken, and I need two lane loaders because I need to put a belt in here. Didn't finish that up. Let's see here. So let's grab 33 of those, and we'll just go and do an input like that. There you go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And this doesn't need to be a Mark II. It can be a Mark 1 if you want to just save a bit of power. Doesn't really matter for us, but there we go. Awesome, 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 awesome. So we'll do the same here. This one might be a little bit more awkward because I don't think you can actually get up in time to get over the top of this. No, you can't. Okay, that's a bit of a pain, that one there, because these are 2 guys together. But again, I'm modifying what's already here rather than rebuilding. If Tekken would have been the first one, this would have probably worked, but seeing as it won't here, we're going to have to go out a little bit further. So we'll put the balancer in there, which will mean we'll have to nope. One more. that way. There we go. Cool. Let's take them coming down. Okay. Now we do this one. Run it back to here. This is steel. Run it back to wherever steel happens to be, which is the next one. There. Put in 2 downs. Oh, didn't go over far enough. There. Boop and boop. And 1, 2. That should be all those weren't working. Oh well, nice. And that's going to run this one over here. Beautiful, beautiful. If I really want to fix this, I'd have to reshift some things around a bit, but it's doable. We can shift it around and change some bits and pieces. Like, we don't have to necessarily come down 2. We could come down 1, come along, and then go down over there. In fact, this one here, to be honest, could actually come in here. So let's do that. Let's do that, and then we might be able to make this a bit cleaner. So let's remove those. There. Down and down. Doop, doop. Well, there's that, which means this now might be able to be made a bit cleaner. Two. Hear the machines hammering away. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, there you go. And then maybe, oh, we have the jetpack. We have the jetpack. Fantastic. Can we do? We can't. We can't. We're 1 out on it. We're just 1 too close. Could I do something else to make that work? Yes, I can. There we go. Awesome. Oh, we get that. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Right, okay. So now, what's the next one? I think this one and this one are kind of opposites of each other, which may cause a problem for us. So, yeah, I'm also not really sure. Oh, yeah, this is outputs, isn't it? So this one's the Mark III overhang. Let's grab some Mark III loaders. Since we have 99 of them in here. Let's grab some of those. Doobie-doobie-doop. Doop. So this we output, yes, output, output. And then U2 will be an output, an output. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so it's not another belt coming in. Right, so we just need 4 belts coming in. And this one is glass, which we don't have yet. Okay. I am already looking that we're going to run out of belts. I'm already seeing that. I'm already seeing we're going to start running out of belts, which is a real pain. A real pain straight away. Because I built this. I built this in such a way that it's not expandable as we add more stuff to the belts. But I'm really hoping that kind of glass is going to be the other one we need, I think. I don't know. I think this is pipes, we shouldn't go above it. The science is getting its thermalite from here. We have a ship here that's landing and sending thermalite directly in. So, because there's no point in bringing it down and put it on the bus. It only goes to there. It's the only place it goes to. And underground to make sheets. So, let's look at this one. So this one just wants xenoferrite, sorry, techum and that. But if you come along here, you're going to run straight into this. So this is a problem. This is a problem with doing two sites. What I need to do is possibly swap this around. So if we were to remove this, and remove this line here. Oh, missed that one up. It's okay. Then we could bring Techem in. It has to go into there. Which I can't do because that's in the way. This one might have to feed from over here somewhere. It's kind of the only real option I have. Yeah, that's kind of the closest I can run a belt down. So you're going to feed from there, and then that should be there. And then you feed from here. And you turn in, turn that way. You come down here, turn that way, around here, turn that way, and stop there. Yes. Okay. Doop. 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 1, 2. 1, 2. Balancer. Balancer. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. And then what I need to do is run extra belts of stuff coming in from the top, and they'll just have balancers that will connect to this point here coming in, and they would always feed. The ones above would always feed into this one. So that's the plan. That's the plan. So there we go. There we go. There are places obviously I can't cross, like I can't get across here at all, but they're few and far between. Fortunately, there are lots of gaps that I can get through. Not go through there. Ooh. I'm stuck. I'm actually stuck. Wow. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, there's that one done there. Right, so this should all be right. Yes, it is. Awesome. Beautiful. This is the same. These are feeding for both the same sides, so I might have to bring one in from another side. But this is the same. This is exactly the same setup. So let's just do the same again, shall we? Okay. This is going to go along. It's much easier if I get on top of the belt. It's just easier to drag from the top. You can see a lot better. So, okay. So again. Now we're going to have to actually come in here like this, turn this way, turn this way, and you will come in here, turn this way and stop there. Okay. So this one is Techem. This one is xenoferrite. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to connect the rest of it up. The belts even, not the belt, the belts. Oh, something is right. This one's going to have to come up by one more. And I'm guessing this one too. Yeah. We're not doing the flat surface. So bum, 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 bum. There we go. Okay. There you go. There's that one there. Yeah. So I'm going to get the rest of this up. We've got 2 more to go. And then we will come back and I'm going to do or look at glass. So that is all working, running, connected, but literally as I'm about to press start record, I see a problem. And I already knew the problem was there because I already fixed it once already. Already fixed it once already. Can I get more alreadys in that already sentence? Already on it. So we've run out of xenoferrite, which is a small problem. Small problem, not a major problem. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Very dark in here. Oh, this is in medic 1 thick. Ah, okay. Get rid of those. Fill that hole in there. I don't think I have enough on me to fill in this hole. I'm going to try though. Let's try. Oop. No. That's fine. We'll probably be digging out more. Wow, I got 1 left. Let's put it there. Okay. So we need to find more xenoferrite, which is a problem. Kind of a problem. Did we not find another xenoferrite that was nearby underground? Did we not find another? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where's the scanner? Where's the scanner? There's the scanner. Let me go to bar 2. Let me put the scanner in bar 2. There we go. Okay. We need to go and find some xeno. We don't have any. We don't have any xenoferrite. This is a problem. This is a problem. I also want to come here. And what are you doing? What are you currently doing? Did we get a xenoferrite? We got those ones, and then I want now xenoferrite rubble. But on, there you go. Because this might be easier to transmit it up, down, left, right. That makes sense. So, okay. The hunt for xenoferrite begins. Okay, so the adventure ends up here, where we have found 2 of them here, and also I remembered to tick the right thing. I was ticking the wrong things here, so there we go. So the one we want to do is there, which requires mining force. We can't get the mining force because we can't get the researcher. We can't get the research because we don't have any more resources to do things with. So, oh dear. So we need to do that. Now I want to go over here and actually have another scan. It is kind of over a mountain, but that's not a major problem. We can always work around that. So if I scan this here, we'll see there it is there. So that's not too bad. And there's another one down there under the water. That's not too bad either. There's another Tekken one over there. But I want to go a little bit further. We've got the market upgrade for the xenoferrite. The reason I want the market upgrade is so that we can send ships full of the rubble to the station and then back down again. It's kind of broken right now. I have no inside information, but I have a feeling it's something that will be fixed at some point. Ships that go from the station to your base and back again use no fuel. It's completely free. And they're instant. So if we were to put a station out here that took the xenoferrite from there, boom, onto a ship, the ship fills, flies up to the sky, disappears, appears over there instantly, lands, and drops the stuff off. It's so much quicker than cargo vessels, and they don't require any power. The pads don't require any power, so it's just so broken. It really is. Doesn't work with oil because the oil just requires so much oil. It's madness. There's loads of tech over here as well. I'm just contemplating the idea of whether I actually want to do the ships or whether I want to run a belt. We could run a tunnel underneath here connected to all these things and going on there. I was just having a quick check to see whether there was a vein in this mountain, and there isn't, which is a shame. Loads of olumite just there under the surface. That's a nice reservoir there. And by a vein, you can tell a vein when you find them on the map. If I go over here, look at this. Look how big this is here. This is more than likely a vein of some description. Maybe there might be something else down here, I'm not sure, but veins allow you to do infinite mining on them. You need to unlock the technologies for it. It's not just infinite for free, but it's yeah, it lets you do a lot more of them. So if there was a vein in this mountain, I would dig a tunnel just so I could run the belts along and we could have a constant supply of stuff that way. But seeing as it's not, I might just put in landing pads. The problem, however, is power. How do we power something this far away from the base? I don't want to run power lines all the way along to avoid that. So we can either power it by something here. There's loads of tech up here. We could run it by powering it locally, but the only local power we have is the burner generators that burn fuel, or the steam turbines that also burn fuel, and there's no fuel out here. There's no techum out here. There's no nothing. There's no ignium. We could get ignium to the station and then have ignium go up to the station and come down again. You can also buy it from the market, so we could do that. What I don't want to do is start buying loads of stuff from the market and just do that. You kind of can just buy all your resources from the galactic market, have them shipped down to your base, and have the base go and just work on building the factory. But I don't know if I want to go that way or not. I don't know. I haven't done that. I've not played a version of the game. Well, this is only like technically the second/third playthrough of the game. Say playthrough. It's the second playthrough. It's the third game I've played since the update 2. So I don't know. I don't know whether we should just use the galactic market, buy the stuff, and import it that way. It's not all that expensive to do. It would save a lot of effort on running belts and things everywhere. I don't know. I'm kind of going towards that one there. Not because this is super far away. We could dig a tunnel, that's fine. But it's kind of one of those, I might as well, because it works. It does work. So we might just have landing pads here and buy it from the market. I think we might speculate to accumulate to make life easier rather than have to build things out miles away from stuff. So yeah, okay, but I'll tell you what, I will leave that. Let me know in the comments whether you think I should mine out here somewhere and take all these nodes, bits, pieces, or whether we should just buy it from the market and see how we go. And I will take your advice and we'll see how it goes. I am absolutely leaning towards buying from the market. It's going to be simpler. We also want to get some jetpack fuel going, so yeah. Okay. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Not a lot has happened in this episode. I'm sorry about that, but when I wanted to get set up for something, it all went terribly wrong. So yeah. But until next time, as always, have fun.